Your phone camera does. Your phone camera sends the information into it. Or your computer. Your computer can do more.
Mm.
But the Android can do enough. I think the iPhone could do that. I think the iPhone seems like it might really do better as much as the computer.
Oh gosh, I thought I just saw somebody walk in behind you.
What?
I saw somebody walk behind you.
Maybe just put your glasses on.
No. It was somebody that came through that other door, Jimmy.
Okay.
I saw them.
They didn't. So, honey, maybe we can have...
I'm live, Jimmy.
Maybe we can have Grinch have the bat.
Jimmy, I'm live.
The cat's back in the bat.
Okay, but I'm live.
Okay, you're live. Hello, Rambers.
Hold on a minute. Cancel. Save that. I just gotta change the age. No, it's not made for kids. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. Now go back to... Good night. Hi, Mary Cam. Hi, Lonnie. Hi, Donna. How are you? How's everybody? I'm trying to find something. I have to do something. I can't just sit here tonight. I have to find something. Hi, Alicia. Hi, Peggy. There, I think I found something. Ouch. Hi, the Bryan clan. Hi, Jamie. Hi, time for a change. Hi, Sonia. How are you doing? I have to find something. I found it. Did I buy the same? Okay. I don't know which one is finer. Hey, Crystal, Muka, Evie, hello there. Vala. Oh, Christmas Eve? Yeah, it is, right? I have to make black because Jimmy wants a Jimi Hendrix. So while I'm here with you, I'm gonna just do this. But baby Margot went home, right? To her father. And there were pictures of her in a Christmas pajama. You all guys all saw that? And what else? Hi there, Pat. You sent an email on a vigil for Heidi. Oh, okay. Hey, dude, bro, how are you? Oh, let's not talk Merry Christmas yet, or Christmas Eve. I did get the first layer of the ice cream cake is done. I did do the 8 windows. Remember the 8 windows I had to do on that village house? I did those on the Cricut. And that's about all I did. Not too much. I did some cleaning, a little bit of cleaning, not a lot, not a whole lot. Got so much more to do. But what are you going to do, right? Can't do it all. Okay, hold on. I've got to put glasses on for this. You didn't see the picture? Hey, Carol, how are you? Did you see your... Oh, gosh, Carol, I just put mopping glow on my pants. What's going to happen? Now there's a mystery man? Yeah. I also heard that, prior that, just something that wasn't confirmed, but that said the DNA showed it Shane wasn't the father. And it was really ironic because when I saw that, or I heard that, I was, my daughter was showing me a Maury Povich episode of, with, what's that lady's name? Angela. Oh, yeah, Angela. Maury Povich doing a You Are the Father, and I was getting a message that Shane wasn't the father. I'll shine, Carol. Okay, I guess no big chemical burn. My leg is burned off in the morning. Hey, Arhop, how are you? Mop and glow. So, did anybody hear that? Did anybody else hear that Shane wasn't the father? Now that, again, that is something that was circulating, not something that was confirmed. I just want to know if anybody heard it. Oh, that's good, Evie. I have to email you, but I've got a long email to send you, Evie, and I can't just shorten it up, so I have to take the time. Otherwise, it won't even be good. You heard that he was. That who? Oh, wait. Who? Oh, you're talking about on Hennessy's #1 fan. That's not Hennessy. You're talking about Angela. You're talking about Chris. Are you talking about Angela and Chris? Yeah, I know it's not back yet. I'm saying it was ironic because I was hearing something when there was a Maury Povich episode on with the lady from 90 Day Fiancé. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying that he's not the father. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I heard some stirring about it when that was on. So it was just weird, okay? It was like weird timing. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that he's not. Is everybody clear on that now before that goes out that I said that he's not the father? Because I'm not saying that. They really, yes, she went home to her father. I said that. Oh, it is Hennessy? How come her name is Hennessy's #1 fan? I didn't notice that. You could see that? Oh, okay. And then everybody's been sending in pictures. Did I tell you about the Grinch ornaments that Martha made? Martha made Grinch ornaments. Really nice ones. And then a lot of you sent your trees and stuff in, so I'll show those in just a minute. I just have to make 2 of these while we're talking. Hey, Bella Mac, how are you? No one has been charged. Arhuff, I think they just have to make sure that they have all their I's dotted and their T's crossed so that there's no technicality that, you know, she could get out on. I think it's going to be a lot like what we saw with Michael Jones, where they took so long to give him the charges. You know, to put the charges on him, but they did. I think it's just they're being careful. They don't want to mess anything up. That's what it is. You know? It's my daughter? What's my daughter? Oh, that said that? No, she didn't. She didn't even know this case. Believe me, she doesn't even follow this case. Not at all. She wouldn't even know who watched this one. Allie, did you know there was a woman in Texas that was missing that just had a baby and then was found dead in the trunk of a car?
I heard about it.
Oh, you did? Wow, I'm surprised.
It's on Facebook.
Oh, okay. You never usually hear about anything. She did hear about it, amazingly. Did you hear her best friend did it?
I think you posted about that.
Oh, okay. She saw that I posted about that. Oh, Hennessy is your daughter. That's funny. Okay, got you. Two Scooter. Jimmy thought you were really a porn star, Two Scooter. Well, that's okay. To each their own. Our Huff, I mean, there's a lot of questions surrounding that. I think there's a lot more to come out just in what her relationship really was like with her boyfriend, because it doesn't make sense. It's made the news in New Zealand. Okay. Yeah, but I don't even think she knew, I don't even think she knew the Chris Watts case. Seriously, I'm totally being totally serious. Okay, so let's, did you see, all the Happy Christmas mail that everyone sent? Okay, so what should I do? This or this? Which one do I think is? Okay, I don't know. Let me put this one. Yeah, he didn't go to ultrasounds. He didn't go to, come on. Please. Oh no, why are you sick, Karen? Really? Oh, that's terrible. What happened? His dad made a statement, Bill and Mac. Hi, Eric. Oh, Eric made a funny movie. I'll show it in a minute when I'm done when I'm going to show the Christmas and and the ornaments and all that. I'll show it. I just have to finish with this, because I can't just not, I can't not finish with this, because otherwise I'll mess it all up. This is weird because it's this black is like iridescent kind of, so you know what, I'm just thinking I have to make one purple, the other one purple, not just black. When I'm looking at it, it's iridescent over here. Why is that? It's like a mirror. I have to make, Jimmy wants a Jimi Hendrix ornament, so I don't know why I made one black, Bella. I guess I can put it purple, but I'm going to make the other one purple and put the black logo. Kind of looks blue, how to say? It's not blue, it's black. I know it looks blue from there. It does look blue in that angle, you're right. I think it's because maybe the light, but it's black. More balls. Yeah. I just don't know why it's kind of looks neat. It's like iridescent rainbow, like right there. Right here is like iridescent rainbow. I don't understand how it went iridescent rainbow. Hi, Diana. Hello there. Hi, Danielle. Hey, Kitty. Looks like cobalt blue, yeah, but it's not. I don't know if I want to go back to using my polyacrylic. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I want to go back to my polyacrylic. This is so weird. I don't know why it got like this iridescent, like, I wish you could see what I can see. What am I rubbing your faces in? What does my shirt say? My shirt says that I'm official. It says I'm the official mistletoe tester. Quite official. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do something a little crazy, but what the heck? I'm gonna put a little of this purple extra fine in there. Just a little purple extra fine in there. What sucks? What sucks? Ashley, what happened? Oh, you're sick about your computer? What happened? Your computer's on the fritz? What'd you do about it? You dropped it or something? That sucks, doesn't it? It's like my iPhone. And I paid to have the screen repaired, and I still can't send it in, even though I already paid for it. Isn't that nuts? Because I just can't bear to. Even though I have another phone I can use in the interim, I have too much stuff on my phone. I don't want to send it in. It's been like 3 months, maybe 4. Do people tell you? Do people tell who that? Did people tell me that? You know that Deborah Winger lives literally 5 minutes, has a house literally 5 minutes from me. We live in the same town. Did you know that? She goes to my son's restaurant and eats there and uses her credit card. Did you know that? That's funny that you say that. Okay. Now look at what I did. Now it's kind of pretty. Now it's neat. It's got like black and purple. You can't see it from, yeah, it just looks all blue to you. You can't even appreciate it. It filled in all the spaces with the purple, so it's like purple and black. You can't have a phone for more than a damn week. Jimmy, I swear to you, Stephanie, Jimmy is like that. Watch. Look at my new Note 10. Oh. Yeah, but then he goes in and he'll send it in and get another. He can't take it. Like one time we were out at a water park, not a water park. We were at a Great Adventure, I think it was. And he's got like a little tiny little, you would think, because like he'll have his whole screen protector. It looks like it's shattered. And he'll go, no, that's just the screen protector. But then it got like a little nick on the, and he goes like this, I can't have this. Oh my gosh. And it almost ruined his entire day there. And then, of course, he sent it in. But if you send, if you send in the iPhone, no, they said they won't do anything. They won't do anything to my iPhone. They said I won't lose any of my files. They're just going to replace the glass on it. They just have to replace my glass. I dropped it, even with the protector and the case. I dropped it off my bike onto the blacktop. You like Jimmy? You have slippery fingers, Stephanie? Yeah, he's known for doing that. I swear to you, he did that. Let's not. I'm gonna go there. So what happened, Ashley? You dropped your computer? What did Ashley do to her computer? Because I missed what she did to it. What did you do to it, Ashley? Hey, Janine. Your husband says and doesn't understand my interest, so I asked him for some new headphones. What did Ashley do to her computer? Does anybody know what Ashley did to her computer? Hi, Tree Dog. What did she do to it? Somebody's messaging me. I can't get to the phone right now. He backed up, not baked up. You had a Samsung. It's still working. Yeah. It killed it? Wait, who killed it? Who killed it? Tell me who killed it, Ashley? I missed it. I don't know what happened. And I can't get on there to go. You spilled coffee on it? Oh. You know what my son said? Listen to me. It might save your computer. Listen to me. I know this might sound crazy to you. He was just telling me over Thanksgiving that I think there's a channel. And no matter what, they were soaking, didn't you hear me say this? They were soaking laptops, soaking them with water out on the lawn. And as long as you didn't power it back up and you went and you put it in rice, Ashley, then you let it dry completely out, it worked. Did you try to power it up? Don't power it up anymore. Go stick it in some rice. Don't listen to Apple. Of course they say there's no help or hope. What do you have to lose? I'm telling you, he said there's a channel on it. He said almost any electronic, if you do not power it up when it's wet and you let it dry completely out, you can power it up and it works. What does it hurt, Ashley? Stick it in get like a lot of rice, like in a covered tucker, like one of those Rubbermaid totes or something. And don't cook the rice first. No. I'm serious. He said there's a channel. They are spraying hoses on laptops, spraying hoses on them. And my son builds computers. So he told me, because I'll tell you exactly what he told me, because Luke got something sticky on his Xbox controller, so he washed it in the sink. And my son said, it's no problem. And he was right. He said, don't power it up again with the batteries. Let it dry out completely. And then I said, he said, just about any electronic. Do you know I once put like remote controls through my whole washer and dryer and they worked? My camera remote used to fall into the lake and it worked. They're a lot tougher than you think. Just try it. I mean, I'm using you're using your school district. You might get in trouble. For trying to save it? For putting it in rice? How would you get in trouble? I don't understand. How would you get in trouble for trying to save it? An 8-ball, that's a good idea there. That's a good idea. How would you get in trouble? I'll have to ask him what channel it is. I'm telling you. He told me this. I'm going to ask him. I don't know if he'll answer. I don't know if he'll be up right now, but I'll try him. I'll try him. Not yet, Elaine. Not yet. Happened to me in one of my DSLRs, left it out in the rain, lens and everything. I put it in rice and it worked fine. He's probably sleeping. Let me see if I can get my other son. Sometimes, let me see. Margot. Yeah, she is. Yeah, she is. Wake up. It's because who just hasn't heard yet? He answers, say, yeah, Michael. Listen, Ray said I'm on live, so, okay. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
No.
You can't hear me at all?
No, you're like really breaking up.
Can you go to YouTube for a minute so I can ask you a question?
Okay, maybe try calling me back.
No, well, just go on. Can you just go to my YouTube channel? I'm live. I have to ask you a question. You can type the answer in.
Yeah, I can't understand anything.
You can't understand me. All right, I'll call you right back. He can't understand me. Can't even hear what I'm saying. I don't know why. I have all bars. I can hear him perfect. Watch, he doesn't answer. Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, now you can hear me. Okay. Ray said that I'm on live, so people are listening. Ray said that there was a channel on YouTube where they were dousing laptops with water, and then they were putting them in rice, and they were saving them as long as you didn't power them up. Do you know what he's talking about? What channel it is? They were dousing laptops with a water hose. See, he's there. He's there. If somebody spilled coffee on their laptop, and Apple told her, Ray said that if you didn't power it up and you put it in rice, that it could save it. And he saw a channel where they were dousing laptops with garden hose. All right, yeah, put them on. Why don't you answer your phone? Okay, remember you told me that some channel or something they were putting a garden hose on laptops in the yard? Yeah, right? Motherboards. They dried it out for 2 days. Okay, well, some lady has an Apple laptop and she spilled coffee on it, and she said Apple told her there's no hope, but she could try to put it in rice, right? Don't turn it back on. What? Till it completely dries out. Yeah. Oh wait, let me. Hold on. I'll put. Hold on a minute. I'll put you on speakerphone. Just say it out loud, okay? So she can hear you. Hold on a minute. Hold on. All right. Say it out loud. What you should do.
Yeah, make sure you don't put power to it until you're 100% sure it's completely dried out. Take it apart. Let it dry out thoroughly. If you put power to it, it'll wreck it. It'll destroy it.
Okay, so what did you say about taking? You said take it apart. So what is she?
Take it apart, like use a blow dry or something, or like try to dry it out.
Okay, so take the battery out, and then she's got to take the cover off and stuff.
That's what I would do. There should be like screws in the back. Take all the screws out and it should pop apart.
Okay. And then if that doesn't work, go with Carolyn to Walmart. Eric said. Well,
I would go on YouTube. There's probably a description of how to take it apart. You know.
Right. It's worth a shot.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. They're saying. People are saying hello to you. Say hello.
Hi.
Hi. That's nice. Yeah.
I would do. That's what I would do. I would try to dry it out.
Well, that's what I told her to do. She thought she was going to get in trouble if she did that.
What, for warranty purposes?
No, for, I don't know, some school system. It's their computer or something. I don't know what it's something. But what could, yeah, they wouldn't be able to tell. You'd probably get more in trouble for the coffee you spilled in it.
Yeah, that's what I'd worry about too. It's sticky and could ruin stuff like that. But if it's just water, I don't think
she spilled coffee.
To it as long as you dried it out.
Yeah, maybe she should douse it with water first.
Maybe.
I don't know. But what channel was it that was doing it?
Computer channels.
The computer channel?
Yeah, the guy was like, people think that water hurts electronics, but as long as there's no power hooked up, it doesn't hurt.
Hmm.
You know, as long as it's completely dried out first, it won't hurt it. just has to be completely dried out before you put power to it again. So what hurts is it's shorting out, not the water itself.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see. I'll let you. All right. Thanks.
How much coffee spilled on it?
Oh, she says it is my. How much coffee spilled on it, Ashley? Let me see. A whole entire cup fell, or what?
Ooh.
No, she does. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. Hold on. She's gonna answer. Let me see. Hey, Apple Snapple. Ashley, did you spill the whole mug on it? Oh, she says a whole cup.
What did it do? Did it just shut off?
He said, what did it do? Did it just shut off? What are you watching?
A movie.
Oh.
Scary movie.
Scary?
It's supposed to be.
Allie's watching Sailor Moon. Okay, she said a grande Starbucks, the entire thing.
Yeah, dry it out. That sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
What is it, a MacBook?
A MacBook?
Oh, man.
So, something Apple. She said Apple told her it's a lost cause, but I said Apple's going to tell you that.
Yeah, I was trying to dry it out. It doesn't work. Yeah. Try to dry it out before you put any power to it, though.
All right, let's see. It can't hurt. Dry it out for it and don't put in. No smoke.
Yep.
Yeah, she said it didn't smoke. Somebody asked her if it started smoking. It just shut off.
Oh. Yeah, it might be too late.
It might be too late.
It just shut off. Something happened. You know the cause to shut off?
I remember once we spilled soda, like early on a keyboard, like way, way back, and the keyboard just, we had to get a new keyboard. And at that time, that was like, we thought it was a big deal. Like, it was just the keyboard. But I don't know, right? Okay. No, Jody Lynn, a little bit we already have, but we'll talk about it in a second. Somebody had a MacBook problem. That's a MacBook. All right. Put it in rice. Yeah. All right. I'll see you tomorrow. Love you. All right.
All right, bye. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. All right. Try it. No sugar. Try it. What could it hurt? She is duality, reality. There are loads of channels showing how to dry your laptops out. Yeah. Check it out. Try anyway. If there was sugar, she said no sugar, yeah. No sugar. Oh, this went from Heidi Broussard, 2 motherboards and computers. All right, so what is the scoop? The scoop is that Margot went back to Shane, and they don't have the DNA results yet, but they identified her enough to send her back home, and they relinquished their case, of trying to retain custody. So that's the scoop on that. There's still nothing else that's going on with any more charges that I've heard for or any accomplices or anything like that. And then this Visine case, apparently some husband in North Carolina put Visine in his wife's drink and she died. He killed her for insurance purposes, and he was just arrested, and it's been about a year. So that Melinda brought that into the Happy Mail. How long does a DNA take? I don't know. Maybe it should. I mean, it should be back by now. I mean, I think it should be. But who am I to say that? Really, nobody. Look at this. I'm sitting here and I have this. I don't even know if I can use this now. Is it going to be good or not? It's been just sitting there. I forgot all about it. Did they use, they said that they had other identifying, could have, yeah, you would think that they would use the footprints, Janelle. That's one of the first things that I thought of, like, why, wouldn't they just use the footprints? Thanks, LB. But, does anyone know who was arrested? Nobody was, Lisa. Hey, Lisa, did you see my little houses, like in those glass domes? Did you see those? I've been wondering if you saw those. About 23 minutes after the good news about Margot, girl ran. And guess where? Where? Texas again? Or was it Florida? Or was it Colorado? There's a lot of choices there, Eric. How much business did he put in the coffee? How much business? Oh, how much Visine? Well, we were talking about it earlier. Look, that one came out nice. Look, that was a nice purple. See? That one came out nice. You can't see it because the glare is like hellacious. But I don't know why Jimmy said black. I would do it purple with the black logo. I think that would look much better. Sorry. Back to business here. Where was that, Eric? I'm sorry. Texas? It's kind of sad. Shane was implicated early on, as he should have been. His interview didn't go real well. Well, you know what? I was listening to an interview with Tim Miller, Janine the Stelladoro. I was listening to an interview with Tim Miller, who was actually spending a lot of time with Shane, in talking to him and trying to find out, information that could lead them to Margot. And Tim Miller said, which, I didn't feel so bad because he said it was very suspect for him, Shane was, and he was spending a lot of time with him, that he did some things that really made some red flags go up for him. So he thought so too. So I don't think, you beat yourself up for that. I think if a seasoned professional like that, who's dealt with like lots of cases and things, felt something was a little bit off, something was a little bit off. So, what do? You just say, oh, I was wrong. And you go on. No need to beat yourself up. You're trying to look at things and, say, well, maybe this doesn't look, but yeah, I thought that was interesting. That he thought that. So I don't know. I have no idea. But Allie, 1 second. Allie, 1 second. I'm live. Okay. Just hang on. What do you need? Hang on. He's upstairs. Okay. So what? Hold on a second. She thought we left. She thought we left the dogs outside. Sorry, it's just so ridiculous. Okay. Betty Jo's Glittering Angels. So who actually did the murder? Does anyone know? Not for certain. I mean, we don't even really know where she was murdered, right? That all has to come in. I'm so glad I didn't. I felt okay. But see, I don't even think it's judging. I think it's just you're doing some analysis based on, behavior patterns. That's all. You're making some assumptions. Nobody said, I don't know if anybody said, I did say, he's 100% guilty, go hang him, No, you say he has some behaviors that are raising red flags. He has some behaviors that make it seem that he's acting guilty, maybe. But, anyone that analyzes someone's behavior is going to say that. Or not, or say no, they didn't exhibit anything. But that's behavior analysis. Right? That's all it is. Nobody was like putting him in the electric chair. But that's what we do here. We analyze behavior. If there's a case, how are you going to learn about it if you don't look at it and compare it to other things you've seen? You judged. You did. You said he was a CW. I don't know. I think it's, I don't know. I think people are on hyper alert and, there's a mother missing and there's a baby missing and, I don't know. I think people were just wanted them found and his behavior was a little bit strange. And even, like I said, even Tim from EquiSearch said the behavior was strange. And he was spending time with the guy. He was riding around with the guy, trying to find a place to start to search. And he said that this guy was raising red flags for him. You figure by now they would know, but I guess who else? Nobody else is in custody, Betty Jo. No one else. Between Blaze, judgment, and discernment, analysis is good. Yes, said Sarah. It is. That's what you see. Like whenever there's a case, you see whoever it is, Nancy Grace or it's headline, they're going to sit there and they're going to give their perception of what they think is going on. Is Margot is back with her father. Yes. He is back with her. She is back with her father. Keep it real. The whole world became professional body readers simply because of one dude. I don't think it's because of one dude. I think there's a lot of people that did get into true crime because of Chris Watts. I was into true crime way before Chris Watts, and I know a lot of people here were as well. There are a lot that Chris Watts was the first time they became interested in true crime. Right? So, I don't know. I mean, it's, you could say you could compare it to Jodi Arias, too. You can compare, she did a lot of weird things. Jodi. The handstands, all that stuff. Oh, my gosh. Hey, Jennifer, how are you? I wonder if this girl had an accomplice with her in the car. I don't know. I'm sure I imagine we're going to hear a lot more in the, in the days to come. It might even take longer. I don't know. But I'm sure she'll be, getting some more charges very soon. Way back to OJ. Yeah, OJ, correct. Way back to OJ and, John Bonet, a lot of people were in. They were analyzing the parents' behavior. It's, whatever. And here, who let the trolls out of their mama's basement? Okay, oh my goodness. The same material constantly, right? Same material. I watched the whole interview after chat that night, and I personally did not see guilty behavior. He was trying to keep himself together in nervous panic. I see that. Well, yeah, you know, I mean, everybody sees something different, Diana, and that's why... Hey, Merlin, how are you? I've been reading criminal pathology books since I was in the 80s. I'm hooked at the time on Patricia Cornwell. Billy Graham's adopted daughter was the writer. Oh, really? Interesting. Who's to say Megan didn't act alone? After all, yeah, we don't know, Tanya. We don't know. I wonder why the body, you know, that's another thing. How long was the body in the car? Do you think she was killed right away? Because if she was, she'd be in the car, what, a week? So there would be a very, very foul odor, wouldn't there be? A very foul odor. Just so maybe, I mean, you could say maybe it happened right away. Maybe it happened that day. We don't know that either. Do we know how long she was deceased? Her dad appears to have been an attorney. Whose dad, Potter? Megan's? Lots of drug offenses among them. Hi, lovies. I just read the police have arrested... Where did you read that, Lisa? In the Daily Mail? Did this, cause is that the same one where they say that Margot's back home? Megan's dad? What's the holdup with the autopsy? But it's probably not a holdup. They probably don't want to release it, I don't think, Eric. You know, like until they don't want to give out information that could help them to see if anyone else is involved. Okay, I'm going to show you some mail. Well, I'll show it to you in a minute. We can finish discussing this. Seems to be the oldest kid. Oh, she seems to be the oldest kid? Yeah, you think so? You think she's the oldest kid? I don't know. I have no idea if she's the oldest kid. You'll send me the... I saw one. I did see one earlier. You know what? You can make M&M characters with these too. Did you know that? With these. My son that was on the phone. Well, they were both on the phone, but you only heard one. My son that was on the phone that you heard was the one that with the Nightmare Before Christmas story. So I have to make his I have to make his ornament. You know? Oh boy. The trolls are really... It must be hard to get new troll material, huh? Hey Miracle Hearts, how are you? Hi Rabbit Dog. There's been a lot of condemning after the fact with Shane. It was absolute rational to suspect after he was 12. Oh, yeah. But there, yes, people are still saying that he has something to do with it. You know, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I think now people should just cut him a break. You know, if you thought something before, you know, like I said, you can look at Tim Williams from EquiSearch and know that you weren't alone. See, that to me, that was reassuring because he came right out and said it. He said, look, I was with the guy. I was driving around with the guy, and I had suspicions. His behavior raised red flags for me. You know, but he said he's not. You know, it's just, and this is someone that's, like I said, someone that deals with this type of stuff, you know, all the time. So if they're fooled by something, then I don't feel that bad. I think that a lot of times something fits, but other times, hey, you know what? I don't know. You might have the wrong thing. It's nothing to beat yourself up about, but then when you find out, okay, he's not involved, that's a faker wildlife. That's a faker. Yeah, they pick on certain ones. You know, like I think they probably can only remember certain names or something. Who knows? Poor little trolls with no life. Poor little trolls. Yeah, Sandy, it's sad. It's very sad. What, Jennifer? I missed your question. If you're going to analyze, all you can do is call it as you see it. Yeah. Yeah. It's not, you're right, Rabbit Dog. See, it's not an accusation. I know a lot of people were feeling really bad saying, oh my gosh, I feel really bad because I suspected him, because I said I think that he had something to do with it. You're just analyzing something. You know, you didn't go to his house and bring a rope and say string him up without, you know, a trial or something, you know. You can say something, you can analyze something. Don't you talk about, like, just in other things, do you talk about something that is in the news, or hey, what do you think about that? I don't know. I think somebody might be involved in that. I think it's natural, especially around true crime people. If you have a case, and then, like I said, and then you have a very emotional case, you have a mother that's gone missing, you have a baby that's gone missing, you know, so it stirs up a lot of emotions. And then you have a father on there, and you know that when a spouse goes missing like that, it is usually, okay, the spouse. So you may already be suspect, and then when he has like an off interview, very off, are you not going to say, well, you know, is it not? I think it's more normal to say, hey, something seems a little off there. But it doesn't make you, you know, but, and it doesn't mean also that there weren't issues there, that there wasn't other reasons that he was acting like that. But, you know what I mean? I mean, I would not just beat yourself up over that. By the way, this is all speculative. We're giving our own opinions. Yeah, we wouldn't be, you know, if everybody, okay, if we have a true crime group and we say, I don't want to say anything about that. I don't want to say that. What are we discussing? We bounce ideas off each other. Haven't you ever had in this group, or maybe another one, where somebody says something and you go, oh my gosh, that could be true, or that could have happened, or this could have happened. That's how they, you know, that's how cases are solved. I mean, that's how, I think there are other reasons why he was acting that way. Yeah, well, it very well could be other reasons, you know. He could have had a guilty conscience, like I just said, yeah, about something else, but Margot is home with him, and then that's it. So now if you went out there and you were parading in front of his house or something, saying like, you bastard, then you should feel not good about yourself, like, why are you doing that? But, yeah. Dead air? We have dead air. There would be no detective if they... Right. That's exactly what they have to do, ask questions. And like I said, if anybody, I just thought the one from... with Tim Williams from Equifax, and that he was highly suspect, even spending time with Shane, it should say that there was valid reasons why people felt that way. You're analyzing the situation, not the person's character. Right. So, I mean, what are you going to do? But baby Margot is home, and now Lisa's saying that they arrested another person. I don't know. I have to check that out, Lisa. Yeah, Desiree. You can't keep up with the chat. He has to know himself that people would suspect him at first. He was probably very nervous that himself. Right. It's so great to see the interview between Megan and the police. Oh, that's another thing that, I don't know if you saw the Tim Williams. He said Megan was his first call, and when he called her, she explained that she had been speaking, that she was in the delivery room, and she had been speaking to Heidi, and Heidi was having problems breastfeeding, and then he said something, she threw Shane under the bus. She threw him right under the bus, like immediately, saying he did it, he abused her, he was abusive to her, it's, been going on a long time, so she was immediately throwing him under the bus. And maybe that was her plan. Maybe, just maybe, there are some rumors that her relationship with her boyfriend was not going well. There are rumors that they were splitting up. Maybe they were going to go somewhere else. Maybe she thought Shane would be arrested immediately and he would never have time to see the baby or have anything to do in her life if she threw him under the bus right away. I don't know. The hats were bothering you, wanted to peek under. Yeah, and the swollen, and the side of his face was swollen, but I don't know. He could have, who knows? He could have hit himself. I don't know what could have happened. Daily Mail, Daily Mail, is not a, it's kind of like Radar Online or something. Sometimes they have stuff that's true, but sometimes there's a lot of stuff that's just from like a source. They take any source. Like, oh, thanks, LB. Well, Karen, I have a lot of questions too. How did she do it, right? I think we all have a lot of questions. How did she do it? How did she get Heidi out of there? Did she go and... Now, that's another thing, though, but being what Tim Williams said is that if she was throwing Shane under the bus from the get-go, then it's very, very likely she went and put the purse back in the house, right? That she had the diaper bag, the baby's car seat. So in all actuality, maybe that baby went out in her car seat. Maybe that baby went out with a diaper bag and with Heidi's purse and all of that stuff. And then she came back and dropped it off. Being that she did point him out, because I think some people were trying to say maybe he had something, like he was Some people even said that maybe he was having an affair with her. And some people were even saying, well, maybe he had something to do with it with her. But Tim Williams saying that she was throwing him under the bus from the get-go, I would say points to that there was nothing going on. And it points more that she brought all that stuff back there, which would make sense. Makes a hell of a lot more sense. What is Lacey asking? That's scaring you? Oh, it's okay. Well, I'll get to the Visine. It takes a lot of Visine. That poor lady was here, pink jalapenos. You know, she was so scared because she said she put Visine in her eyes and it ran into her mouth once. And I said, no, it's going to take more than that. And Melinda, who I believe is a nurse, said, no, it takes a lot more. It takes a significant amount to kill someone. But it's scary. It's scary to think that, right? That Visine, something like that, that easily doesn't have a safety cap on it, that a lot of people have in their medicine chest. Think about, you know, if it just a little child would go in there and get it. But thankfully, you know, I don't know. I mean, it's scary. It's scary to think that. But it's a lot. Without, I know Melinda was saying that with a moderate amount, it'll make you, I forget, what is the word that she used? There was some type of diarrhea that you'll get. But then it will start causing problems with your blood pressure. And then it will cause you to go, your heart, you know, to stop. So it does take a significant amount. 28 minutes to get the squirrels out. What squirrels? I don't want to put that crap in my eyes now. Yeah, well, Lacey, that's what happened to the other lady that was here. She got really scared and she said, you know, that's rolled into my mouth once. But it takes a significant amount. See, when Melinda first said it, I thought he put the poison in her eye drops. I didn't realize that he killed her with the Visine in her drink. Who's preparing who for 3:33? Oh, somebody is? I thought someone said there were CCs that showed Heidi's. Yeah, I heard that too, Hennessy. There is definitely something that put Megan, and this was said by the law enforcement at the press, that put Megan in Heidi's town the day of her disappearance. So did the DNA, it didn't come back yet, Liz, but they identified the baby through other means, probably footprints, and they let her go home to the father. Does anyone? Okay, let's find out about the eye drops, okay? So we can put a lot of minds at ease tonight. Hang on. This is going to be, you know, every time something like that happens and somebody doesn't know, right, that you could even possibly do that with eye drops, you think to yourself, wow, is someone going to go copycat that, right, and do it? I don't know. Okay. So here it is, okay? Visine eye drops were murder weapon North Carolina man used to kill wife. Okay. Let's see here. So Joshua Lee Hunsucker, what a name. He was a paramedic, forgot that part, from Gaston County, North Carolina. And what he did, he killed his wife last year for a life insurance payout. The drops can cause heart failure when ingested in large quantities. Okay, so He's accused of using the Visine eye drops to kill his wife for the insurance payout, says the North Carolina Department of Insurance. The eye drops can cause heart failure. Joshua Lee Hunsucker, who's 35, of Mount Holly, was charged with first-degree murder in a preliminary hearing on Friday. Hunsucker was a paramedic with Atrium Health, but is no longer employed by Atrium, effective Friday, December 20th. Let's see. He's accused of killing his wife, Stacy Robinson Hunsucker, 32. And he was accused of killing her September 23rd, 2018. Realize that is a little over a month after Shanann Watts, right? And this is a guy from North Carolina that probably heard about that, but he probably said, I have a better idea. I'm going to do it with the Visine. Nobody will suspect me. Her death was tied to a $250,000 insurance payout, despite the fact that Joshua Hunsucker wouldn't allow for an autopsy prior to her cremation. Stacy Hunsucker was a mother of two and worked for the preschool at First Baptist Charlotte. Jordan Green, an attorney for the Department of Insurance, told court officials Friday investigators got a breakthrough in the case when they learned vials of Stacy Hunsucker's blood had been kept in storage by a private company involved with organ donation. Her blood was tested by a medical examiner, and it tested very high levels of tetrahydrozoline, which is one of the active ingredients in certain eye drop medicines that would cause that help you clear your eyes. The level of the drug in her system was between 30 and 40 times the therapeutic level of the substance. And let's see, the toxicologist and the cardiologist said that the medicine has a dramatic effect on your heart and would cause heart stoppage and heart failure in a fairly short amount of time, which is consistent with what happened here. Investigators ruled out other suspects in her death and the possibility of suicide. An interrogation of Joshua Hunsucker on December 19th left prosecutors with probable cause to believe he poisoned his wife with Visine or similar product and caused her death. Without saying too much, quite a bit of our information we got from him during his interview, Green said. I don't know that would characterize it as a confession, but it certainly approached that level. His bond was set at $1.5 million. State officials said they began investigating the case of potential life insurance fraud in May. Okay, and I'll show you a picture of him. So there you have it. Now you want to know, so she had 30 to 40 times and it caused her death. So you want to know, and if they ever look at my computer, because I'm typing in, how much Visine does it take to kill a person? Well, that's but I'm glad I'm doing this in my live, so that if they ever do, I'm going to say, go back to my live because I don't delete them, and you'll see that I did a search when I was live for this. That's a good thing. Okay, so it's very odd now. Look, I just found a very, very odd thing. I just found an extremely odd thing. You remember they said he killed her September 23rd, 2018? Well, when I type that in, let me see something. It said that there was a thread from September 3rd of 2018 asking how much Visine to kill a person. That's just weird. Okay. So they say that 2 to 3 milliliters could make a toddler gravely ill, and 10 milliliters could kill some adults. But there's this person said that there was a lack of hard and precise evidence to the minimum amount needed. And let's see. So someone said that someone wrote into an advice columnist and said that he had a monstrous mother-in-law, and one of her offenses was making a disliked relative sick at dinner by putting Visine in his food. I'm trying to see if anybody else is saying. They're saying that in the movie Wedding Crashers, that it'll give you terrible diarrhea if you put it in someone's drink. I saw the movie. I don't remember that. It's been a long time. Someone's saying that long ago, when flight attendants were stewardesses, a friend who worked for Eastern Airlines, wow, I remember Eastern Airlines, I think I have a set of wings from them, said that they would add a few drops of Visine to the coffee of those passengers who were too frisky. That sounds lovely. Somebody said that there was another guy, a man who died because his wife got a paralytic agent and put it in his insulin pump. It was a tiny amount relative to what's used in the OR, but it was enough to do the job. Wow. Yeah, I don't see like a definitive amount, but I mean, it's not going to happen from it running out of your eye or something, you know. Severe reactions including coma, severe respiratory difficulty, and cardiovascular collapse have been seen in small children after ingesting only 1 or 2 milliliters of the eye drops. It's a potent vasoconstrictor, and while relatively safe when used topically in the eyes or in the nose, taking it orally can produce a whole lot more problems. It stimulates the same receptors that adrenaline does, alpha-1 receptors, and can do so quite potently. It also interacts with a bunch of other drugs. It's especially risky for patients with pre-existing coronary artery disease or pulmonary hypertension and a whole lot of other conditions, and it certainly will mess with folks who are on antiarrhythmic and antihypertensive or anti-anginal medications. Oh, and seizures. It lowers the threshold for having them. It messes with anti-seizure meds and pretty much all bad things that stimulants can do, psychosis, sudden cardiac death, etc. Yet, it's still pretty safe in the eyes and nose and other mucous tissue. It's a dandy treatment for hemorrhoids. Really? Yikes. But don't shove it too far up there. Yikes. Okay, much can be absorbed. Yeah, that's horrendous. And then someone said, if you do that for the hemorrhoids, don't put it back there and have someone use it for their eyes. That is horrendous. Okay, let's see. This is really weird. Oh my gosh. Listen to this. Hold on. Remember when he killed her? Okay? Well, September 3rd, 2018, 20 days before he killed her, in Clover, South Carolina, authorities say a South Carolina woman has been charged with murder after killing her husband by putting eye drops into his water for several days. York County deputies say 52-year-old Lena Clayton confessed to investigators after an autopsy uncovered a high amount of tetrahydrozoline in her husband's body. The chemical is found in over-the-counter eye drops such as Visine. Authorities said the 64-year-old Clayton was found dead July 2nd in the couple's home in Clover. Lena is also charged with malicious tampering with drug product or food. Jail records do not indicate if she had a lawyer. Isn't that interesting? That's interesting. Did he get the idea and see that this lady got caught with the autopsy, and that's why he decided to do that and make sure he didn't have the autopsy? I don't know. I think it's a weird thing that it happened 20 days later in the next state over. I don't know. That seems highly suspect to me. Does anybody else think that's a little suspect? It's weird. That seems really weird to me. 20 days before. Oh, I don't know. 20 days before. You see eye drops being either banned or regulated in the near future. But, yeah, I mean, that case happened. Did we hear about it? No. I'd like to look that woman up and see what's going on with her. But I think it's highly suspect. Hey, Angel Callie. You have to show ID before. Well, you know, Joni, you might have to. You do have to show it if you're buying a certain amount of allergy medication, and they do ask you if you're 18 whether you're buying any type of like cough medicine. At least in New York, they do. Yeah, right. Visine. I mean, who knows? You know, and what if somebody, and I don't even want to say it, but can you imagine if someone just, some nutty guy just randomly put it in, you know, Jimmy never used to believe me that people tampered with things like food, like even when they said roommates and stuff tampered with stuff, he'd go, oh, come on, somebody would be sick to do that, right? He would say that. And then a bunch of stuff came out in the news of people that were like getting in fights with their roommates and then tampering with the food and stuff. And then he's like, oh my gosh, people really do this crap. And then when he saw that video of somebody that was like opening something in the supermarket and licking it and then putting it back and then licking stuff and putting it back, he finally now realizes, yes, there are sick people that do crap like that. But can you imagine? I mean, you're talking about sick individuals. Yes, there's cameras all over the stores, but there's also like a lot that's a very small dropper bottle that can be easily concealed in someone's hand. I mean, there are a lot of sick people. So be careful. Everything you eat or drink, make sure the seal is good on it. And watch your drinks at all time. Yeah, and the restaurant, like some on 2020 once, that was disgusting. And the maids in the hotel and stuff. Ice cream, yeah. Somebody was licking it, and then putting it back. If something looks tampered with, just forego it. You know how many things, I'm not joking, I'll open something like this, like go like this. Oh my gosh, I didn't hear it pop. I can't use it. Like, it doesn't matter to me. Like, it's like someone might say, oh my gosh, well, you just spent $2 on that. But if it didn't pop and it's supposed to pop and I don't know whether, I'm not going to use it. I'm sorry. There was like an almond milk I brought home from ShopRite and I opened it up And I said to Jimmy, did you open this because the inner seal was missing? And he said no. And I really couldn't remember if I did or didn't. That was it. If I could not remember, and even he agreed. He said with the lady that was licking the ice cream, if I truly didn't know, no way the heck was I going to drink that. No way. Because it's not worth it. Like, even if you brought it back to the store, right, okay, and got your money back, you said there's no seal on here, okay, good. But even if you couldn't do that, you know, is it going to be that the $2, if somebody was really sick and did something, is going to be your life? Is that what your life is worth? You know, I just can't. Think about people that deliver the food, right? So we're going to end up being paranoid. Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe somebody that normally would just eat anything is going to think about, you know, maybe save. I don't know. I don't know. If in doubt, toss it. Yeah, it's not worth it. I know sometimes it sucks if that's like the last whatever, and you had your heart set on it, but it's happened to me, and I've been like, not worth it. I do remember the Tylenol thing. Yes, I do. I do remember that. Years ago, you watched an older woman open a jar of pickles, put her finger in. Ew. Did you tell her? Did you say something to her, Diana? It brought us tamper-proof seals, yeah. So that's why we can only bring prepackaged. Yeah, a lot of schools only allow you to do that, correct. It's just, you don't know. I mean, there's a lot of really nutty people out there. That's why, remember when they were saying that Crystal Kenny was just going to show up at Kelsey's door with a Starbucks, and I even said it way back then. I'd be like, if someone did that to me that like I didn't know like that and just came to my door and brought me a Starbucks like that, if they're going to bring me a Starbucks, bring me the one in the bottle that's completely sealed. It's going to pop when I open it. But if I don't know you from Adam and you're showing up at my door with a container of coffee, I'll probably thank you for it, but I'm going to be pouring it down the sink if I don't know you. That's just gross. You don't know who that is. That is a hard answer, but I think the white one. What are you talking about? Yeah. Nope. The story about it is, but did you say anything to her, Diana? Can we all put some pink hearts to show Angel Callie some love? Sure. Sure. Where are the pink hearts? I don't use emojis in here, so I don't even know where they are. Oh, I see them now. How come you guys got different hearts than me? Oh, I see. So yeah, I don't know. Weird, but yeah, don't eat stuff without seals. It's not good. Not a good thing. Peggy, about if they clean their hands before touching food. Yeah, I don't know. Weird stuff. But Visine, I wonder if they will, maybe, I don't know. They didn't, look, I've got glitter all over me. Maybe, even though they didn't do it the first time, I don't buy Visine, but I think it's still on the shelf, right? Maybe they will, I don't know, start writing down, who gets it. You have to get it behind the counter and you get a picture with your camera. With their cameras, I don't know. Hi, Choking on Ashes, how are you? Oh, okay. Hi. They're for Angel Callie, because she's needing some love. She needs a little love. She needs a little bit of love. This is so weird. How would you glitter this? How would you glitter this? Would you do it through the top? With this on? And then the bottom would be all glittered as well? Or would you do it through the bottom? How would you glitter this? Where's Lisa DeFiore? How would you glitter this? Through the top? I want to make one of those ones with the tea light in it. It's one of those like snow globe ones, and what I saw, they put this like yellowish kind of glitter on it, and I have a something, and then they take the Cricut and they write they either write merry and bright, or they write all is calm, all is bright, and they put that on there, and then they put a tea light in it. Glitter so the bottom is covered. So put it through the top, Sharon? Top. Okay, through the top. Gotcha. Are you gluing the tea light in? I didn't think that. You know what I would do when I do that? Sometimes I put a Velcro on there, because sometimes those tea lights run out of batteries and you might have to change it out, and I don't think I want to glue it, but I might do a Velcro, a little Velcro circle, or one of those tacky, that tacky stuff. What about that? One of those tacky things. All is far from calm. Oh my gosh, I saw the funniest thing. Did you guys watch Saturday Night Live? They had Eddie Murphy. Oh my gosh, it was so funny. Usually they haven't been funny, but this one was really funny. They had a family dinner, right? And hold on a minute. I just don't want to have an accident. Okay. And Eddie Murphy is standing up making a toast. And he's saying, like, you guys are so welcome here, and we love it, and we love that you're all here and you're spending time with us. Oh my gosh. And then they go, because it was so real. It was so real for like those of you that stress over the holidays. It's like, right? You're like, how are we going to get everything done? Why do we always host everything? Right? So that's exactly what it was. He's standing up there, and they give a flashback to where he's like, why can't your sister ever do this? And she's like, because my sister lives in a rat trap. That's why, and then they go back to the table, right? And then he says something about his daughter or his son, and then they show like another outburst, right? And then he gets, to my wife, you made this beautiful meal. You do this so effortlessly. And she's like, oh, thank you. And then they show her in the kitchen, like throwing, reminds me of the gingerbread cookies last year when I burned a batch. She took because I had a fit when I burned a batch. Well, I didn't even burn them completely, just a little bit. My daughter's like, Mom, we can still eat them. And I'm just like, they're ruined. And I put them on the counter the same way, okay? This lady did the same thing. It was Maya Rudolph. but she did it even a little bit worse. Like, she just took this whole thing, and it was burned. It was steaming and burned, and she's just like, this is ruined. And she put it there, and she was yelling, and she's like, this, I can't do this, or whatever it was. And it was really very, very funny. And then they went to, like, the daughter and the boyfriend she brought home, because right, they were saying, oh, thanks, you know, she's getting engaged and you're like family. And then meanwhile they show you a clip where they're really upset that she's marrying the guy. The guy's right there. And then they said, you know, sorry you're staying on the air mattress. And the guy's like, it's okay, it's great. And they go to the air mattress thing where the air mattress is deflating. And the guy is like, this sucks so bad. But everybody was at the table, and, you know, everything was really good, you know, but it was funny because it was real, because, like, you know, like, if you're making this big dinner for like 45 people, when they get there and then you're like all calmed down, everything worked out. But up to that point, right, you're like in the kitchen, like freaking out. How are you going to get it done? You burned the rolls. Now everything is ruined, and you're having like a freak out. But they don't see, but it was hysterical because it's so relatable. It's so relatable, and Maya Rudolph did it so well. And then she had, she said something about, he said spending time with the older kids coming home from college, and then the son comes in the kitchen, and it was hysterical because I do this too. Mom, whatever it is, it's no, leave me alone. It's no, it was hysterical. It was hysterical. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. Oh my gosh. We just watched it tonight, Scooter. Oh my gosh, very relatable, right? Whatever it is that you want, the answer is no. My kids actually would tell me that. They'd say, you always say no. It's always the first. Jimmy used to say it too. Before you even let us finish, it's no. The answer is no. I'm like, because the answer usually is no. I'm trying to save time. Oh my gosh. And then my second son, there used to be a show. You remember the show called The Middle with Patricia Heaton from Everyone Loves Raymond? My son used to do the same things that her son used to do. Like, he used to call his mother at work and go, hey Mom, I know you're probably really busy, so you know what? I don't need you to call me back. The only reason I need you to call me back is if I can't go to this party or something like that. And if you are going to say no, then I'm going to need you to do it in the next 30 seconds. And if I don't get a call from you in the next 30 seconds, then I'm going to take that as a, you know, all's good. You go on and enjoy yourself, son. And I'll see you later on tonight. I won't be home too late. I don't know. And then he would hang up the phone. And then he'd say, I left you the message. I tried not to bother you at work like you're always saying. So I didn't want you to make any unnecessary calls. But he gave her like 30 seconds. Oh my gosh. And it was so hysterical because my son used to do the same kind of crap to me. Hey, I can't get you. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. And if you have any problem with that, give me a call back in like 30 seconds. And if you can't get to me in 30 seconds, I'm going to take it as it's an all good. Oh my gosh, they used to, yeah. But yeah, it's very funny. It's really, because lately, like the skits have not been making, but this was like really very, very funny. It really is, because I think it's relatable to so many people that, you know, like you're freaking out, like, why are we always hosting everything? Why do we get stuck with we always have to do this? Nobody else ever does their fair share, right? Yeah. Oh my gosh. And then like you're burning it, and then like, but everybody gets there and it all works out, and then you're glad and you're happy and but before that you're like freaking your brain out. The Middle is your show? Yeah, it used to be mine too. I used to watch it all the time. I don't think it's on anymore, right, Scooter? I had to stop watching it. I think that's when it went off. But yeah, it was so relatable. I mean, that one son, oh my gosh, the older son was so much like my son with the stuff he would say and do to his mother. Those squirrels were for me. Thank you. Thank you, Janelle. Having Christmas Eve at my parents' and Christmas Day at yours, Danielle. Do you have a lot of people coming to yours, Danielle? Oh, reruns, yeah. Is it on Netflix? I'll have to, yeah, I'll have to put it on because it used to always make me hysterical. It really did. That show made me absolutely hysterical. It was so funny. Yeah. I was wondering what the squirrels were about. Everybody Loves Raymond. Yes, that was a good one too. Come on, Deborah. It was Everybody Loves Raymond was funny for me because I have a Raymond, Ray. I had an Allie. I shouldn't say had. See, somebody would say she was talking in the past tense. Maybe she did something to her daughter. No, she's fine. I have an Allie. I have a Ray, and a Michael. So that was funny. Now, you know what, I do have to, I think I have to open the bottom to get some of this out because it's like really in there and it won't come out through the top. So here, I don't want to spill this on everything. Let me try it this way. Okay, that works. Why do we do the 3? Well, because it's a special number that I mentioned for me, and it's that I normally, I don't know why, go to the 333, and it is a you know, a spiritual number too. So, and it was for some other people. So they mention it to me all the time because they're good like that. So what do I have to do? I have to do, let me just do this one and then we'll probably call it a night because I've got to get up early and sorry. See, I'm using this one for the all is calm, all is bright. It's, you can't see it. I've showed it in the other video. It's like a, it's called a buttercup. Angel time, yeah. I think yeah, a lot of people talk about, let me see. What's a good price? Dude bro, you know, it depends on which one you want. There was actually one at Walmart that was on clearance that was $139 that would do like everything but fabric, and that was on clearance. You can get one like that too, even when you can't find them on clearance, for like $199. But if you want the maker, I think the lowest they go is it $329? But if you want them on like an easy pay or something, you can try like a QVC or something like that. She's okay, Jennifer. She should be, oops. What time is it now? 3. So yeah, 8 o'clock, probably getting up for. The $329 would do the fabric, yeah. It's the maker. The maker's the one that's the top of the line that will do everything that their machines do. There's one down from it that a lot of people use that are not really concerned with having it for fabric and just really want it for like cards and decals and things like that. Now this is the one you put a little tea light in here. How'd you get glitter all over you? I don't know. It only does one layer of fabric. No, it does more than one layer, Sharon. It does do more than one layer. I did see that. I think it does. Ouch. It does. It can do a few layers. Ouch. There's different blades you can get, and the rotary blade can do, I think they said up to like I have to look again. I want to say 6, but I don't know, 3, depending on the fabric. It can do more than one layer. Because it cuts through some really, like the stuff I use to make those houses is really, really thick, and it's really, really gravelly. Sonia doesn't know why. What about Sonia? What happened, Sonia? Your messages keep disappearing? You're only typing, I don't know. Somebody said YouTube was having a lot of glitches. So see, you can't see it very well, but it's a buttercup, and then you put the tea light in there, and you take to Cricut and you put the label on it that says all is calm, all is bright, and it looks really nice when they have the tea light in there because it shines through. I know that she didn't use a white. I knew that she used something with a yellow, but I found this one at Hobby Lobby. Good night there. Her messages keep disappearing. I don't know why that would be. I don't know, but to cut a couple of layers of fabric, you're going to have to use spray glue. I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to check it out, Sharon. I know that I read it, that it cuts. I'll have to see what. You still had 25 letters left, but it did it yesterday. I know that it's been glitching. Like somebody said, YouTube has been glitching a lot. So I don't know if it could be that. I don't know why. YouTube has been weird for you. No, I heard a lot of people say YouTube was weird for them. That YouTube has been acting really funky. I will, Sharon. I'll prepare a report and come back with a report on it. But yeah, so anyway, how old is Lukey today? My little Lukey is going to be 11. Can you believe that? I can't. I only realized that some comments on my videos get held for review. I only thought, oh, some do, Rabbit Dog. They could be, if they have links, anything with a link that's placed in a comment is held for review in my section. And then you can also, if you have, let's say certain trolls or whatever, and they're using certain words, like, I don't know, whatever they may be, you can put that in there, and then it will hold any comments with those words. Right? So let's just say someone, used, the word skunk all the time, and you didn't want the word skunk showing up there. You just put skunk, and it will just flag any comment with skunk, and it will show up in there. Yours is really choking on ashes? I didn't remember that. Same as yours? Wow. Yeah. Poor kid. And everybody goes like this. Like, my older sons are like, what do they want for Christmas? And I said, yeah, it's Luke's. Oh my gosh, it's Luke's birthday too. Oh my gosh. Why did you have to have him on Christmas Eve? I don't understand it, Mom. I don't get it. My daughter today. I'm just going to knit him a sweater because he wants a sweater. He can wait a month. I said, could you wait a month when it was your birthday? Yeah, he can wait a month for a hand knit sweater. I'll talk to him when I get home. So then she does when she gets home, and he goes, I'll wait a month. I'm like, oh my gosh, the poor kid. I'm telling you. So that's why we used to do like a half birthday in June, because he gets gypped so freaking bad. That's what happens, especially, it's bad enough in December, okay? But it's really bad when it's December 24th or 25th, because everybody's just like, I got you. This is for your birthday too. Yeah. Okay. Poor kid. So yeah. And it's easy for even us to do, but like we buy him stuff all the time. So it's not like this the only time. But yeah, it could be like, let's put that for his birthday. Sometimes like Chris is trying. No, but I try to really make sure that his birthday stuff is wrapped with birthday paper. And my daughter was even complaining today that our Christmas Eve is kind of turned into Luke's birthday more than it is Christmas Eve anymore. But yeah, what are you gonna do? Poor kid. Oh, I have one in February. Choking on Ashes, is yours the 13th of February? I have 4 sons. One is February 13th. Is that yours? Oh, okay. So that's not Ethan's in April. That's my other son. Not the one that was on the phone. Well, yes, it is the one that was on the phone, but you didn't hear the one that was on the phone. That was scary. Did you hear that? That sounded like a little sheep bleating. Okay, everybody. So, yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna finish this, and I'm probably gonna put the next layer on Luke's ice cream cake so it can freeze for the rest of the night. And everybody have a good Christmas Eve, and sound like a cat. Don't get stressed. Don't stress it. Yeah, tell me that when I'm like freaking out about how much has to be done. But right now, I'm in a good mood saying don't stress it. Thank you guys. So I will talk to you guys later. Have a great one. And thank you to our moderators. Thank you to all you guys for being here. God bless. Stay safe. If you're traveling, drive safely. And enjoy. Take some time to do something you like. All right? And enjoy the people around you. Okay? Everyone have a good one. And to those of you that don't have anyone around you or you're going through a hard time, prayers for all you're going through. Okay? All right. I will talk to you guys. Thanks. God bless. Love you. And let me shut this down. Come on. Okay, there we go.